My name is Nisha. My metric number is 20124039. I will explain the introduction of Sewa Logistics in Rian Berhad. The procedure of planning and implementing well-organized transportation and loading of commodities from the origin point to the point of demand is identified as logistic. The two core roles of logistic are transportation and warehousing. The transportation organization is concerned in the scheduling, optimization, and the accomplishment of the movement of merchandise between warehouses, retail stores, and customers via vehicle. Meanwhile, inventory management and order satisfaction are examples of warehousing functions. Based on the interview, Sewa Logistics is known as a company that manages and runs transportation and supply service for domestic and global businesses of all capacities. Sewa Logistics hires 78,000 people and functions at 1,000 sites in more than 160 countries to offer an extensive diversity of agreement logistic management service. Sewa Logistics is a subordinate of the CMA CGM Group, a universal shipping and logistic company vision. In the logistics sector, there is no doubt that this company is the best in the world. Based on it, Sewa Logistics' goal is to establish Sewa Logistics as the unquestioned global leader in the logistic business. Vision, they recognize that one of the main facilitator of their customers' business success is finding the proper and the best fit solution for ever-evolving supply chain. They focus on building solid and long-term partnership with their clients. Next, let's look at the values. Excellence, the vision for rightness in all zones. As market leaders, they owe it to themselves to pursue excellence at all levels of their business. Exemplarity, they must set an example because of their worldwide position and the critical role they play in fueling the global economy. Imagination, to create future transportation and logistics solution. Boldness will be the willingness to constantly go above and beyond the call of duty. While the history will be the Sewa Logistics is operating since 1946 until now, which is about 76 years in the industry.
Hi sir, and I, my fellow friends, I am Mogisiri Perumalu from class 2 to C, would like to present about Sewa's logistic activities. There are many different logistic activities or functions which are used by Sewa Logistics. First, order processing. The commercial division handles the order from inside Sewa Logistics after ensuring that the payment and delivery requirements have been satisfied. Second, material handling. Moving material around a warehouse is known as material handling. Although it would seem like a routine operation, Sewa Logistics constitutes its crucial and as constant activity in every warehouse. Fourth, warehouse. Although Sewa Logistics may manufacture in one location, they contribute all over the world. Thus, housewaring was a significant impact and is a crucial logistic activity from the company. Besides that, inventory control. The ideal Sewa firm will be on that have manufactured 100 units anticipates need 15 units and is prepared to meet the demand even if the double. Transportation. The physical conveyance of goods from Sewa firm to the distributor from the reseller to the final consumer is referred as transportation. Packaging. The Sewa Logistics team is in charge of the product's packaging, since failure to do so may result in the damaged product being delivered to the consumer, which will be extremely expensive from the business. Next, Sewa Logistic Management. Using control tower services, Sewa Logistic organize your worldwide network using their demonstrated expertise and cutting-edge supply chain management techniques. When it comes to risk management, Sewa Logistics always make sure to let their staffs know that there are assets associated with the both internal and external supply chain. Supply and demand for shipping and transportation technology, product pricing, product size, and many more factors all have an impact on Sewa Logistics transportation costs. The goal of Sewa Logistics is to increase efficiency and produce demonstrable outcomes by implementing tried and true technologies throughout the supply chain. Strong supplier ties are used in the Sewa Logistics process to manage cost effectiveness. Thank you, that's all from me.
Good day, my name is Geetanjali Arapappan Vasudeva from class 2C. Would like to represent my group for the part Challenges in Logistic Management. The first issue was how planning and risk management were handled in the company's logistics service by the host. The general manager mentioned that risks include both internal and external supply chain risks. Demand, supply, environmental, and business risks are all a part of external supply chain hazards. On the other side, internal supply chain risks include production, business planning, and control, as well as mitigation and contingency risks. We can only use the PPRR risk management model, which are prevention, readiness, responses, and recovery once we start to comprehend all of these aspects. These four steps are vital and key to any situation, and it has to be done in a systematic order in order for it to mitigate any risk out of the way. The second challenge related question was what to do if an anticipated inbound shipment fails to arrive on time without prior notice. The general manager stated that she would always remind her staff to give clients and their internal team frequent updates so that they are aware of any delays. This will aid in their own planning so that they can organize the delivery of the goods to local consumers. Once that is done, the organization will always refer back to the warehouse management system WMS again to see where they can store the same good or what other alternatives they can explore in order to prevent any missing inventories. In addition, the interview asked the manager about the most difficult logistical or warehousing problem that she had faced, as well as what Siva has done to resolve them based on her experience as general manager. The two most difficult problems she had while working at Siva Logistics were, first and foremost, insufficient inventory control. The team responded by building safety measures like pallet wrap protection, which allowed them to handle warehouse more methodologically and may also help to reduce the likelihood of inadvertent incidents involving their employees or employers. The second complex problem she mentioned is inadequate order handling. They make the decision to evaluate all of the work done by the various of employees and increase their efficiency by spreading out and automating the task. The host also asked Ms. Natasha how her company Siva Logistics finds a problem-solving strategy that helps both the business and its employees despite the fact that every organization encounters challenges. She retorted that Siva can implement solutions wherever and does it skillfully. Its own team of Business Procedure Excellence BPE consultants researches prior client introduction to provide standardized solutions that may be used across many industries. The needs of clients in the automotive, consumer and retail e-commerce, energy, healthcare, aerospace and technology industry are supported through integrated and best in the services. To ensure a consistent approach across all of its sites while maintaining the flexibility, to respond to local possibilities and markets, Siva implemented BPE programs with the aim of developing a staff of problem solvers. The host then asked what the company's biggest supply chain management challenges were and how other companies may be able to overcome them as well. The general manager said that the first step is to deal with the consequence of delays brought on by one supplier. For instance, if a contract manufacturer is late with an order, the frightening and warehouse business may charge them more than necessary. Maintaining continual connection with her supplier is what she will do to lessen the challenge of delays in any stage of her company's supply chain. The host then concluded by asking how the business handles problems and missing inventories. Ms. Natasha responded that the company has put in place a few procedures to stop the problem from happening. The first tactic or step is the perpetual inventory system. The technique works because the company keeps an eye on its inventory constantly. A periodic inventory system is the second stage, which is meant to prevent any mistake objects. The system reacts when the inventory is only counted at the end of the accounting period. Thank you.
My name is Muhammad Razim Muhammad Noor. Macam encik nama itu 01240342. Today I would like to share about reflection. Reflection is a technique with which the writer depicts a real or imaginary scene, event or interaction, whilst also adding a personal perspective on the meaning of the object or incident, thinking, feeling, emotion or system in our life. During interview, 27 questions will be asked. Then the answer will be in line with the syllabus that has been taught. We did not require all the 10 chapters in this interview. Perhaps we only choose a few chapters to be focused more and divide among our 5 group members. Only 7 chapters are covered in this interview. First, overview of logistics. We can define what the meaning and definition of logistics and to know what is the activity in logistics channel. This will be help us to understand more about the logistics field and what the activity it is. Chapter 2, Logistics and Information Technology. We discuss about the importance of effective and efficient utilization of information for logistics management. We can know that each organization has their own method and their own solution for certain problem. And this depend on organization, but it follow the logistic guideline. Chapter 3, Strategic and Financial Logistics. Focus more on the areas how logistics might impact on organization's strategic financial result. To review fundamental financial terminology and understand how the strategic and profit model may show the financial impact on logistic activity. We can know that have a team in different faculty department is very helpful in maintaining the workflow of finance and logistics. Chapter 4, Organization and Managerial Issue in Logistics. We learn about how to organize and how to deal with the thief and robbers. Every company has their own problem and issue. The difference between them is how they manage it and prevent it from happening again. Chapter 6, Demand Management, Order Management and Customer Service. To compare the 4 pillars of customer service in relation to logistics, to accompany you with the specific management challenge, consider customer service. We get that customer is vital to a business. How to manage the problem when the problem is happened in customer service. Chapter 7, Distribution Center, Warehouse and Plant Location. We can know that open a factory or warehouse have their own method and many aspects to.
In conclusion, in order to maintain consistency and competitiveness, logistics businesses must have effective logistics management. Fresh graduates who are interested in working in logistics department at Siva Logistics Sdn Berhad must be ready to handle a demanding profession, and having a solid understanding of supply chain management is essential. Moreover, proper planning and setting of goals, acceptance of technology, as well as good and effective customer relationship is important for the logistics department to improve the company's performance. The team needs to understand the factors, only then they can leverage the PPPR risk management model, which are prevention, preparedness, response, and recovery. Based on the interview, we can conclude that Siva Logistics Sdn Berhad is dedicated in conducting a business in a way that benefits all the parties such as clients, staffs, investors, shareholders, and communities at large. The goal is to maximize long-term value generation while decreasing waste and expenditures through a sequence of measures. That's all from me. Thank you.